Before we move on to creating another complete application, I need to discuss one more mode of handling interactivity with you, namely the automatic mode, which is the most versatile.
Hello, this is Kazimierz Spin. Welcome to the Code with Kazik channel, where I demonstrate how to effectively learn programming and become a successful programmer.
So, we are creating a new project, Blazor Web App. Let's call it Blazor App Auto. Next, here we will select interactivity type as auto, and interactivity location can remain per page component. I am creating such a project. To start, I will briefly describe to you once again how the automatic mode works. If you connect to the application for the first time and there is interactivity on the page, it is initially handled using Signal R, and the entire WebAssembly is downloaded in the background. Thanks to this, on the next page, interactivity will be handled using WebAssembly. The project structure here is the same as for WebAssembly, because we will also be using WebAssembly here, so the client application will be downloaded to the browser in the same way. If you look here at the program, CS on the server, we have both entries, namely add, interactivity, server, components, and add, interactivity, WebAssembly, components. Similarly, below we have these two methods, add, interactivity, server, render mode, and add, interactivity, WebAssembly, render mode. It is also necessary to add, additional, assembly here so that client-side routing works. In our application, interactivity is only on the counter page and it is set up this way, i.e., inside the component, the render mode is set to render mode interactive auto. So now I am running this application, going to the counter tab because we only have interactivity here. Then I go to the developer tools and clear the data from memory so that the WebAssembly is not yet saved. Now when I enter this page for the first time, we initially use WebSockets, i.e. Signal R. So if you look at the WebSockets, we have this connection here, and when I click here, I initially use Blazor Server. However, note that WebAssembly has been downloaded in the background. If we return to this tab, meaning we navigate somewhere else and then come back to the counter, you'll notice that this time we will already be using WebAssembly. If I inspect the WebSockets, you'll see that nothing new is being created here. This connection is now being handled by WebAssembly. Thanks to this solution, our application is fast, universal, and we can adapt it to various client requirements. Similarly, we can mix different rendering modes here, using pre-rendering and all the functions I mentioned earlier. That's all regarding the Blazor Web App template, which we will use from now on. In the next module, we will create a complete application, so you will reinforce all the material, and I will show you the best practices and how to create such applications.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this film, be sure to join my community, where you'll also have access to exclusive additional materials and, most importantly, fantastic special bonuses. The registration link is located in the description box below the video. See you in the next episode.